How can a life filled with warmth and a nurturing spirit spiral into a harrowing tale of violence and despair? Marjorie Krystal Evans Mallory, a 44-year-old cherished member of her Georgia community, was known for her devotion to family and friends. Yet, as her marriage to Tom Mallory unraveled, hidden tensions escalated into a nightmare. Just days after their divorce was finalized, Krystal was tragically shot by Tom outside the Spalding County Courthouse. The haunting question remains: how could the authorities fail so profoundly in such a critical moment? Welcome back to True Crime Files Edition. Today, we delve into a heartbreaking story that reveals the grim realities of domestic violence. A story of a mother whose resilience was overshadowed by fear and abuse. This is the story of Krystal Evans, whose fight for safety tragically culminated in violence, leaving her community to grapple with the devastating aftermath and the painful truths about the failures that left her vulnerable. Marjorie Krystal Evans Mallory, born in 1980, was a beloved figure within her community. Growing up as a loving daughter, she radiated warmth and kindness that endeared her to everyone around her. Her mother's friends cherished her, often treating her as if she were their own daughter. Krystal's teenage years were marked by friendships that flourished due to her approachable nature and vibrant personality. She was known for her charm and compassion, which left a lasting impression on those who crossed her path. As she navigated the challenges of adolescence, Krystal maintained her nurturing spirit, becoming a source of support for her peers and family alike. In 2010, at the age of 30, Krystal married Tom Mallory, embarking on what she hoped would be a beautiful journey together. The early days of their marriage were filled with joy and excitement, particularly with their first child, Precious Evans. Krystal poured her heart into motherhood, striving to create a nurturing environment for her children. She envisioned a life filled with love and stability, eagerly planning for a future where her family could thrive. However, as their family expanded, the idyllic picture began to fade and underlying tensions surfaced. Challenges arose as Krystal discovered that Tom was having an affair with another man. This revelation shattered her sense of security and trust, leading to deep emotional turmoil within their relationship. What had once seemed like a perfect marriage was now fraught with challenges. As Krystal sought to confront the reality of her situation, she realized that the relationship she had invested so much in was rapidly deteriorating. Her decision to file for divorce became a pivotal moment, marking the beginning of a turbulent chapter in her life. Tom's reaction to the divorce filing was nothing short of alarming. His behavior took a dark turn as he began to exhibit controlling tendencies that escalated tensions between them. He resorted to malicious actions, such as cutting off utilities to their home, further complicating Krystal's efforts to provide for her children. In a bizarre and unsettling move, Tom even stole her beloved cat, intensifying Krystal's feelings of violation and helplessness. His actions did not stop there. He began eavesdropping on her conversations, invading her privacy and leaving her feeling unsafe in her own home. The divorce filings revealed a chilling pattern of threats, as Tom had threatened Krystal's life multiple times since 2018, adding an overwhelming layer of fear to her daily existence. In 2019, the situation escalated dramatically when Tom fired a gun outside Krystal's home, further underscoring the severity of the threats she faced. This reckless act, compounded by his false report of an active shooter, created a chaotic and frightening atmosphere that left Krystal in constant fear for her safety. The combination of Tom's alarming behavior and his threats painted a stark picture of a woman trapped in a dangerous situation, desperately seeking a way to escape the escalating violence and protect her family. As Krystal navigated the treacherous waters of her failing marriage, she remained determined to reclaim her life and ensure the well-being of her children amidst the chaos surrounding her. After enduring a tumultuous period filled with distress and turmoil, Krystal Evans and Tom Mallory finally took the significant step of filing for divorce and separation in June 2022. Despite the weight of the situation, Krystal found herself feeling increasingly isolated as she publicly addressed the alarming behavior of her ex-husband on social media. Through numerous posts on Facebook, she called out Tom for stalking her and threatening her family, hoping to bring attention to her plight. Krystal's appeals for help highlighted a troubling reality. Despite her clear need for protection, the response from authorities was minimal. Her efforts to safeguard herself led her to obtain 2 temporary protective orders against Tom, one in December 2022 and another in February 2023, both aimed at curbing his continued harassment and intimidation. Tom Mallory's history of violent behavior added layers of complexity to Krystal's situation. He had faced family violence-related charges in 2017 and 2019, although these cases were ultimately dismissed, leaving no permanent record of his past actions. In 2021, he pleaded guilty to falsely reporting a crime, resulting in a $685 fine and probation that extended through March 2023. Despite these legal entanglements, Krystal found herself struggling to navigate the system effectively. Her first protective order against Tom was dismissed in January 2023 at her instruction, reflecting her confusion and vulnerability. The second protective order was dismissed in April 2023 after neither party appeared for the court hearing, further complicating Krystal's efforts to find safety and legal support. As time passed, Krystal became increasingly trapped in a harrowing cycle of domestic abuse. Despite her repeated warnings to Spalding County authorities regarding Tom's threats to her life, her situation continued to deteriorate. Krystal used her Facebook platform to document her fears and raise awareness, revealing the depths of her despair. She openly shared that Tom was unfaithful, engaging in affairs with other men, which only intensified the emotional strain she experienced. In a poignant post dated August 3, 2024, she expressed, "It's sad that I have to walk around, terrified for my life and my children's. Please know who did it. This man has said numerous times that he's going to kill me." Her words reflected the profound anxiety that overshadowed her daily life and the urgent need for intervention. On August 22nd, Krystal took further action by seeking an emergency order to prevent Tom from harassing and threatening her. She detailed how he had gone so far as to sell some of their property, including vehicles related to their construction business, exacerbating her sense of vulnerability. The financial strain added another layer of difficulty to an already dire situation. As the final divorce hearing loomed, Krystal recognized that time was of the essence in her fight for safety. She was determined to protect herself and her children, and her desperation led her to gather evidence of Tom's intimidating behavior. Just 2 days before the crucial hearing on September 9th, Krystal submitted several supporting affidavits, including testimonies from her children and counselor, all of whom expressed fear for her safety. Friends of Krystal corroborated her concerns, acknowledging the heartbreaking details she had shared regarding her circumstances. The evidence she presented underscored the severity of her plight and her unwavering resolve to escape the cycle of abuse. As she prepared for the hearing, Krystal's determination to reclaim her life grew stronger, fueled by the hope of finding a way to safeguard her future and that of her children amidst the overwhelming chaos orchestrated by Tom. The divorce between Krystal and Tom was finalized on the morning of September 11, 2024, marking a significant turning point in Krystal's tumultuous journey. Superior Court Judge Benjamin Coker issued an order stating that Tom had evaded service of the divorce filings and had not participated in the case. As part of the ruling, the judge permanently barred Tom from coming within 500 yards of Krystal and prohibited him from harassing, threatening, or abusing her in any form. In a victory for Krystal, she was awarded sole ownership and possession of multiple properties, including their marital home and essential construction business equipment. This decision brought a sense of relief and empowerment to Krystal, who had endured so much strife over the years. Shortly after the divorce order was signed, Krystal took to Facebook to share her feelings of triumph and relief. She expressed her gratitude, by posting that she had got blessed today. This statement encapsulated her hope for a fresh start, free from the fear and intimidation that had characterized her life for so long. However, the following day, on September 12th, her tone shifted dramatically as she made a desperate plea on social media. She wrote, "Dude, please leave me alone. It's over. Move on with your life. Please, respectfully." This post revealed her ongoing concerns about Tom's behavior and the challenges she faced in finding peace even after the legal victory. On the same day, Krystal approached a sheriff's deputy, informing them that Tom was violating the protective order that had been granted to her just a day earlier. Unfortunately, her pleas for assistance went unanswered, leaving her feeling vulnerable and exposed. The lack of action from law enforcement only heightened her sense of urgency and fear as she struggled to navigate a precarious situation that seemed to worsen despite her efforts to protect herself. The following day, September 13th, Krystal and Tom attended a court hearing where Tom was scheduled to turn himself in on forgery charges. Despite the recent protective order in place, Krystal was left without an escort to safely leave the courthouse. As she exited the building, a horrific turn of events unfolded. Tom shot Krystal multiple times, a shocking act of violence that shattered the fragile peace she had fought so hard to attain. In the chaos that ensued, Tom fled the scene but was pursued by deputies. In a tragic twist, he reportedly shot himself in the head during the chase, though his injuries were determined to be non-life-threatening. This tragic escalation of violence underscored the serious nature of domestic and the failures of the system that had been intended to protect Krystal. What began as a hopeful new chapter for Krystal turned into a nightmare, revealing the depths of Tom's rage and the dangers that victims of domestic violence often face, even after taking legal measures to safeguard themselves. The aftermath of the shooting left the community in shock, reflecting on the harrowing reality of Krystal's situation and the urgent need for comprehensive support for victims of domestic violence. Words cannot express her family's sadness at the loss of their beloved Krystal. May her soul rest in peace. What are your thoughts on Krystal's tragic story? Could the authorities have taken more action to protect her from Tom's escalating threats? How do you feel about the systemic failures that contributed to this heartbreaking outcome? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, look out for one another, and I'll see you soon with another compelling true crime story. Until then, goodbye.